Dice snorts. Yeah, right, he says. Talk to Mars? No way. She'll just make fun of me even more. Why should I bother? He says, going back to his game. I don't care. Nah, I'll rock up. I'll be your wingman, Dice. We'll go talk to Mars together. And if she's got a problem with that, well, maybe I'll need to start caring about who's running the kudo shop after all. See how Mars feels when she's put out of a job. You find Cal and excitedly drag him to the barn where he keeps his pet dilly pillar. I brought some plants for Socks to try. Tell Cal about the dilly pillar you saw on the plains. She's really gonna get that big? Cal breathes. He looks as worried as you feel. You lay out the native plants for Socks to try. She sniffs each one, nibbles one, then another. She rejects all the grasses and twigs. Cal groans and pulls his hair. Last up is the orange flower. There are some dirty rocks attached to its roots. When you go to brush them off, it attracts her attention. She crawls onto your arm, sniffs closer at the rocks, then tentatively licks one. Then she squeaks with joy and puts it in her mouth. No, Socks, that's not food, Cal exclaims. Then, you hear her grinding away at it with her teeth. She does have very big molars. They almost look like they're made out of crystal rather than bone. Wait, do you have diamond teeth? Take a closer look at the rocks. They seem to be the same iridescent mineral as the cliff. You give it a lick, but it doesn't taste like anything. You both shrug. This is the happiest Cal has seen Socks in weeks. You guess she needed some rocks in her diet. Oh, they just needed to lick some salt rocks. Interesting. So it has a grinding drill mouth. And if it grows big, so we got a bit of a, maybe not shy halud going on, but we do got a big old rockworm. Also, I feel like Cal needs to fess up Dilly, because it last mentioned that they were like bursting out of their container, and like you never should have to keep a pet inside a container barely big enough. Like that's the biggest problem with like reptile keeping, is people getting enclosures way too small. You know, they'll use all of the enclosure you give them. Also, a lot of fish sometimes happens with aquariums, because I think it's like goldfish can grow absolutely massive, but everyone thinks they stay small. So that can be a bit of a problem. We do need to EV Sleeby. Let's see if that lookout job... Oh. It is a job, not just a Maxon. We've kind of hung out on the wall a bit much. We haven't hung out with Cal in a while, so we're gonna go ahead and hang out with them in the park. I feel like we want to hang out. Yes! You play with your Hopskajump while you hang out in the gardens. They're pretty well behaved, never straying too far into the underbrush, and always coming back when you call their name. Another Hopeye shyly approaches out of the long grass. Your Hopeye goes totally still and lets out a happy chitter and bounces off to greet the stranger. They touch noses, then hop around each other twice. They disappear for a few minutes into the underbrush, long enough that you begin to get concerned. Finally, Hopskajump bounces back to you and nuzzles against your leg. They want to be picked up and cuddled, so you pop them underneath your shirt and carry them like a baby the rest of the way. Oh, that's so cute! I loved him! I loved him! Ooh. +1 bond with pet. Ooh. Interesting bonds. So it's not showing up in here. Where is that tracked? Hey! It's them! Speaking of your art. Ooh. Well, we're not forgetting this card. I would sob uncontrollably for the next like hour if I forgot Tammy's care. But also, camping outside. Shoot. Ah, that's such a good memory too. How are we on red 3s? We do not have a lot of red 3s. Honestly, we mostly need to get rid of our red 1s. We still have some of our baby cards I need to get rid of. Can we get a collectible that lets us forget? Ooh, change a card suit to... Ooh. Now that's good for our flush maxing. I don't want to forget either card. You're getting older. It's that magical time in your life, full of discoveries and possibilities. When children become adults and their bodies change in weird, wonderful, and often embarrassing ways. When you were younger, Congruence gave your class a frank presentation about preparing for the changes your bodies would experience in the next few years. Which part of the presentation was relevant to you? Voice changing, getting erections. You and your friends giggled your way through Congruence's presentation and left with a new appreciation for the wonders of the human body. Puberty had felt like something that would happen so far in the future that it didn't apply to you. You put it out of your mind, even as you noticed Cal's voice begin to drop, or Mars starting to dress differently. Till one morning, you wake up and something feels different. You know something's off as soon as you open your eyes. Things are, squelchier than you expect them to be down there. You're having an exciting dream and then something happens, but you can barely remember it. You just want to close your eyes again. Remember Congruence's sexual education classes, and you really not ready for the real-world practical applications. After a few minutes, you sigh and muster up the courage to look under your blankets. Yeah, that's the thing. You wait for your parents to leave for work, calling out to you that you're gonna miss breakfast if you lie around in bed. When you're sure they're gone, you carefully strip the sheets in your bed and stuff them in the recycler. You put in a requisition for new sheets from the depot and continue on with your day. That night, you find your dad waiting for you. Pulls your privacy curtain back to show you your stripped bed and looks up at you with a knowing smile when you enter with new sheets. He laughs, putting on an exaggerated detective impression. Now I can only think of one reason why a teenager suddenly cares about doing his own laundry. He points at you and exclaims, "By Jove, I think I've got it. What's up, Solana? Got something to share with your old man?" I feel like it's less awkward than the female one. Maybe. I think like one thing that's gonna be with this is like, since I identify male, I don't feel too comfortable going through as a female character with something like this. Just because it's like, it's not my experiences. I don't know. I feel like I would leave that space to those who have those experiences and can speak to them more appropriately. Because I've read a lot of books. I've read a lot of web serials, and there's a particular strain of men writing women that is painful to read sometimes, and I don't want to stray into that with any narration or portrayal stuff. Considering the writing of this game and everything we experienced, I imagine it's still like, it's good, but I don't know. Just not where I'm gonna be able to identify with and speak to. You can feel your face getting red as you ignore him and make your bed, but it doesn't stop him. Oh, kiddo, it's okay to feel a little wet behind the ears. You retreat into your bunk and slam the privacy curtain closed so you can't hear him make any more jokes. Ugh, so embarrassing. To be a teenager again. I don't miss it. Do you remember this is gonna be the only scene? Oh, okay. Like, considering the game is all about growing up, I wouldn't have been surprised if puberty sort of events start getting interspersed with things. I mean, this is hardly the only thing that one could say is a puberty typical event, but like those kinds of puberty events just kind of striking. I imagine it would perhaps be super awkward for female, considering each action is supposed to encompass a whole month. I imagine it would be a little odd to try and program that and still make it, you know, reasonable, because like there is a thing with writing, and I call it like the author's window, because anytime you have a world or a setting that you've created, there's uncountable and infinite perspectives, because, you know, you can tell a story from every possible person, you know, from any possible way, but you only have so many words, you only have so much time to write, you have only so much time people can read, so you have to narrow down that window that you're showing people into the world to what is important and relevant to what you're trying to tell. And so if it was making a point of constantly bringing up these kind of events, I would hope it's doing it because there is a very specific purpose and reason it's building up to, and to drive home something. Because otherwise it would just kind of get old. It wouldn't be as compelling if there isn't a payoff basically for all of the purpose behind reading it. But likewise, making it something that like randomly occurs, I don't know. This is Dreki, constantly thinking way too much about everything he plays, reads, and consumes. What's happening? You feel on the edge today. Like, everything happens feels so unfair and tragic. You want to punch stuff and then cry about it. You want to be left alone, but you also desperately want attention. Feels like a fount of new energy is starting to bubble up inside you. Dangerous, uncontrollable energy. Welcome to puberty, Solana. Gain status. Hormones. Ugh, my voice. Ugh. Hey, Shiro. I hope you're having a fine, fantastic Friday. Welcome on by. What does the hormone status do? Rebellion increases tripled. Fuck yes, finally, we can start rebellion maxing. You saw an eagle? Oh, hell yeah, that's pretty cool. Was it just like bouncing around, or did it like land near you? Yep, the world's pretty pink. It was above you in a tree? Ooh, that's pretty cool. The only thing I've found interesting above trees were squirrels, and they yelled at me, which is very rude. My shitty eyes looked at it wondering, what the fuck is that? Yelling squirrels? Yeah, literally, it ran out on a tree branch, looked specifically at me and was like, you know, just squirrel noises. I can't imitate them, I'm a snake. I go reminds me of something Wildbell said about Pale, that he was worried about how often he ought to bring up a character's chronic pain. Yeah. It's certainly something that's hard to balance. And especially in this, in the circumstance of chronic pain. I'm thinking, because like often we don't think about chronic pain, and if you suffer from chronic pain, sometimes it can just, you can just get numb to it. And then on some day, like maybe you start a new medication or something, or you finally get approved for some kind of treatment, and you finally get a day without feeling that pain, and your life just feels, it just feels like a weight that was pressing on you is suddenly gone. And it's really hard to convey that feeling purely through text. That certainly is a challenge. Okay, so we could go ranging again. What can we do to increase our rebellion? Actually, what was being a lookout? What if I do that? I was just walking, Shiro. Oh, perception and 3 perception plus 1 animals. And interesting. I think, you know what, we haven't hung out with an enemy. Let's hang out with an enemy being a lookout. Actually, do I want to be lookout or defense training? Yeah, let's be a lookout. You show up bright and early for muster with the other garrison recruits. It's mostly younger people. The older or more experienced security officers are all posted up for guard duty. Nem is here though, her rowdy red hair tied back into a poof. She shoots you a little grin as she falls in formation beside you. You shift from foot to foot awkwardly, not sure where to put your hands. Nem nudges you with her elbow and gestures that you should stand like her with your hands clasped loosely behind your back. You manage that just as Security Chief Rhett comes to speak to the recruits. "Good morning, recruits," he calls, his voice cutting through the still morning air. He pauses, looking at the assembled band of motley youth, and taps his ear. Salute. No! Fuck! I fucked up, chat. I'm supposed to be rebellious. Rhett crosses his arms. "Well, we'll be working on that," he says. "Working in the garrison isn't like other jobs, children. Here, you'll be expected to give 100% every day. You burn some food in the kitchen or shovel the wrong pile of dirt in geoponics. It's no big deal. But here, it can be a matter of life or death. Not just for you, but for everyone in the colony. Loyalty, dedication, self-sacrifice, and honor. These are the soldier's creed," Rhett says, steely-gazed and even. You wonder how many battles he saw on Earth. Just like your mom, he doesn't like to talk about it. "This is not a place for half-assed kids to run around and play soldier." He looks around awkwardly at the other recruits. Isn't this a little intense for lookout duty? Lookout duty is one of the most important duties. The sentries matter quite a bit for warning people. Oh, Dreki's still small, you see? Hey, Arrow Lucy. I hope you're doing well, and yes, quite small. Rhett catches your attention wavering and speaks directly to you, staring you right in the eye. "Laziness and ego have no place here," he says. "If you slack off and let something slip past you, you could die. Your friends and family could die. This isn't school," he booms. "This is real life, real danger. And if you even blink too long, we're all dead." Take the no blink challenge seriously? Mutter something sarcastic. The tension gets to you and you try to crack a joke. Like, if the colony's survival is in the hands of a bunch of teenagers, we're all doomed. Nem turns her head to look at you with embarrassed horror. Is actually taking this seriously? Okay, but we did get 15 rebellion, so +1 at the cost of -2 an enemy. Rhett's face goes red, and he orders you to run laps around the top of the wall to get you acquainted with the perimeter, as he calls it. Whatever it is, it's exhausting. If this is what it's going to be like all the time, maybe you're not cut out for it. Ooh, kudos if we equal the goal. I see. How dare you embarrass them? I didn't mean to embarrass Nem. I just wanted to talk shit, and then I got hit. Okay. So we can do this. But can we get much higher? I don't think we can. We can't really get a straight. We have the 2 flushes. I could burn items. But if I make this a 4, so we can get a straight here, will that get us the super? We have a lot of mushwood logs. Well, I mean, I could also just give +2 to these two. That would give me a hell of a lot more. Let's try that. Did I use one? I am a potato. A potato. I did not think very well again. Yeah. The Nem card. Yeah. We have an enemy's loyalty. I love Nem. Nem is adorable. Plus, you know, she has scales. The 0 became a 2. And then it got +1. Yep. Yeah, I realized at that moment, Dreki realized he had fucked up. Do I want to burn? If I burn another, I might as well as swap it. I can't make a straight now. Now that I think about it. Or rather, I could make a straight, but no, I would have to give +2 to one of our blue cards. Actually, if I did that, so if I made one of my blue cards the 4, so if this was 4, no, that wouldn't work. You know what? I'm overthinking this. We'll just take the W. Dreki, you don't need to. You can't get the super win. Can we at least get the exact win though? So we'll get the bonus kudos. We gotta get them thumbs up, people. You know, we gotta get all the likes and subscribes from the colony. All right, we're gonna repair our friendship with Nem by giving her another stick. Actually, yeah, we'll give her another stick. I think we've tried giving her one of everything. We learned her birthday. Cool. Cool. Thanks, I guess. Guess it is my birthday next week. I kind of forgot. Doesn't feel right. I don't think I dialed that in right. Oh, look. Give a stick, take a stick. Where is dice so we can give them herbs? Have some herbs, my friend. Yeah, I noticed that. I haven't learned a lot. Unfortunately. I do like the feature of being able to click on them to learn their stuff, but the only people who we've learned their likes is Cal's love of cake, Mars's dislike of logs, and Dice's love of roots. All right, let's head back to the plains, because it seems to be the best place to aminal max. Run, run, run. Come on, hop-ska-jump. We must find everything and get this place surveilled so that we can visit other locales and find more shit to grow. Because our family is a bunch of farmers growing food for us. And as much as I love an ear of corn, the potatoes are getting old. What do I have equipped instead of hops? I have my aminal book, because it gives me bonus to flushes, and that is one of my most easiest combos. So this basically becomes a +2 in most every skill check. And then the +5 to animal handling, because our animals is not very high. And the thing is the -1 stress isn't a lot when a lot of events are giving us 10 or 15 stress. +1 to each red card. Yeah. No. I understand. I min-maxing within the stuff that I have for reason. My focus in going out is with interacting with the animals. So I want a higher animal stat to kind of crutch myself until, you know, I have a really solid way of getting improved animal stats. And I know there are a lot of red checks out here, but only a third of my deck is red cards. So just, I feel it's more consistent for me to have flushes be my optimization at the moment. You stop to watch a herd of shaggy purple-furred animals slowly meander down a slope. You've never seen them before. Study. One slot becomes value 2. Well, ain't that a shame? Well, that's a cheeky combo. What if I do this? +2, -2. That's what happens with it. I see. We can do 2, 2, 5. Actually, funny how making that 5 into a 2 actually gives us more points. Hey, that's sometimes it's not about how big your number is, you know? It's about the number that you wield. All right. Damn. Can this become negative? Oh, wait, that becomes 2. That's right. All right, so we hit exact. But why not go higher? Super cool! Nice. Oh, +1 kudos. All right, that's okay, I guess. I prefer bonus stats, honestly. The creature's fur is like grass, so they must be some kind of photosynth, an animal that gets part of their energy from the sun. They couldn't be an arborescent like photosynth, bush bulbs, because they've got branches growing out of their heads and backs. You check your survey journal. Those bush bulbs are common here, but they're smaller, solitary creatures, so nope. They're too small to be balneal photosynths, who don't usually have leave the water. Maybe we found a new species. That'd be cool. You decide to name them, just in case. You look at them through your holocures at maximum zoom. You can kind of make out they have super long jaws, like a huge underbite. You name the species. Ooh. Let's see. Their fur is like grass. They're a photosynth. They have like a large underbite. They've got branches. So they have branches growing on them. Or no, I think the they in that is to bush bulbs. Shoot. I kind of want to name them Dodogama because of the lower jaw, or Uragon. Actually, Uragon is more rocky. It doesn't really have like grass on the back. Although I usually call Uragons Jay Leno's because of the chin thing. You know what? We'll just go with Sunbasker. I think that's a pretty good one. Radobon did it better. Naming things is hard, so Sunbasker will have to do. You log your discovery. What do we have over here? At the edge of one of the circular ponds, something sparkling catches your eye. Well, everything around here sparkles, but this thing really catches your eye. The water in the little lake is deep and milky enough, though, and you can't see the bottom. Completely still, almost too still. So perfectly circular. You remember you've been warned about getting too close to these pools. Yeah, no. Oh, come on! That gave me stress! I need to not check out other events. I am not taking a dip. Aminal. Planning out a perfect game? Well, don't spoil. We gotta go blind. You almost bump into Dice. He's being so still and quiet, hunched over, and looking down a little knoll. He shushes you and points. Don't scare them. You follow his finger and see what looks like a bush shaking violently. Two bushes, actually, at opposite ends of a clearing. Oh, they're bush bubs. From far away, they really do just look like plants and rocks. You're fighting over territory, Dice says. How do you know that? Dice shrugs. If you're quiet, you see them a lot. You watch the two creatures face off, rhythmically rustling the leaves that grow out their heads and backs. Their gangly branch-like antennae swing over their heads as they rear up to their full heights. Even from far away, they look imposing, like agile boulders. Ah, yes, they're small boulders. They're large boulders the size of small boulders. +2 to a strength. Ooh, interesting. One goes, then the other. They watch each other carefully, alternating and repeating the other's motions, trying to outdo each other. I see. They compete via dance fight. Ultimately, the smaller, more graceful one seems to be declared the winner. The loser plops back down and shuffles away into the jungle, defeated. Thinking much to be perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Crystals. I'm surprised that Tangent didn't like the crystals. One of your jobs as a surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. You see a skittish flock of really long insects. Each one has 10 to 20 sets of wings, like long rods with knobbly bits at regular points. They're moving so fast, they're almost a blur. You've got a camera built into your holopalm, but it's not equipped to capture difficult shots like this. You'll need to put in the work. Oh no, they're Centowings! No, Solana, you fool! We'll take the animal check. +1 to red cards. One card becomes a 2. Well, we'll just take this next round. So we can do 1, 4. Ooh. 4, 3, 2. And then I don't want to burn the bush bolts. Actually, I can make this into a 4. Should give me 3, 4. Ooh. All right, we're gonna go with talent show champion. Because we're setting up for a big turn next turn. So if I do this and then this, nice. Actually, yeah, we want to do this. Sets neighboring cards to this number. 4s. Heck yes. And then we do this. Gold. Hey, it's Hopska Jump. They're helping us.
Oh, and it seems this is a bit of a brutally destroyed challenge. Challenge isn't even what I would call this. These wiggling bugs are easily tamed by us. We cautiously crawl up beside our subject, raising our hollow palm to get the best close-up possible. Oosh! Just as the camera shakes to take a photo, your subject bites you on the finger. Arrgh! I hope it's not venomous. On the bright side, you got the shot.
Ow. I can't believe... Damn it, Arizale. First, you send me... First, you make me... You make it brutal. And then, you brutally send me into the void. Not pulling any punches. Not pulling any punches. I feel like the music... Now playing silence. Interesting. Oh, thank you for your headphones. Played any? I've played tabletops now and then. Haven't played any in a while. I certainly do like doing the voices and character building though. A lot of fun. So I like this game. It gives me a good opportunity to do narration and other talky bits. It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby. Loud. Like it's getting closer. Haven't really been present in your stream in a while, so I did. It is no problem. Nobody has an obligation to stop on by. Your time is valuable, so I always appreciate any y'all decide to spend here. Get ready to come out of your shell and speak on mic against it? Ooh. Best of luck, Lucy. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something punctures the low clouds and slams into the ground ahead of you. It's as tall as a skyscraper and 1 meter wide, covered with chitinous bone like an insect. You think it might be a leg? Another crashes down, then another. The creature's body must be up in the clouds, so high you can't see anything but legs. The first leg lifts again and moves towards you. You're in shock. Your body is simultaneously screams at you to stand still and run. Ooh. We need a lot more perception, damn. Wow, we are actually really close to pass this check. However, will this be on the final? Giant beast with legs. Oh no. Chat. It's a reindeer. Oh no. It's a reindeer. I don't have a spore puff. No! We're gonna stand still. You freeze up in terror, closing your eyes and standing perfectly still. Maybe we'll just pass by. You can sense a shadow descending from above you. Something suddenly hits you from the left, and you're flung sideways off your feet. A moment later, one of the massive legs slams down right where you'd been. Another second, then you'd have been flat in the grass underneath it. You look up to what hit you, but it, or they, is already gone, having saved your life. Mysterious Stranger. Mysterious Stranger 1. Ooh. Interesting. It looks like we've been saved by a mysterious stranger, chat. Does the Dreki canonically have spurs? No. I don't have legs. I have not, never, nor did I have leggies. The simple ground dragon. This is unfortunate because I think this event is going to max out our stress, and then I think there's going to be just like 2 more on the other side of this. So this is frustrating. Hopefully this is something that lets us lose stress. A series of small circular pools chain together to form an impassable body of water. You don't see an obvious route through, though the path does continue off in the distance on the other side. Interesting. Well, we can do this. That'll be 13. That's a waste. That's a 9. I don't want to burn my Vista on the 3 card. Oh, this is rough. Yeah, we'll just do that. Ooh, I don't want to use this card. Let's do this. 4, 3, 2, 2. We get a straight, we get a flush, and we get a combo. All right, nice. All right. Now to make a wombo, my friends. Now to make a wombo. Swing! Super goal. 1, 2, 3. Interesting, that's not a straight. That's weird. Huh. Oh, right, because left to right only. And that kind of sucks. There's a narrow place where 2 pools meet that you think you can leap over. These little ponds look too small to house anything really dangerous. You hope. You approach the water's edge. Leap of faith. You make it over the narrow gap. Nice. You feel empowered. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Oh, we're so close to finally hitting a milestone with aminals. Ooh, it's Vertumnalia. Time for speeches, games, and feasting. You stare hungrily at the feast table. Sure, it's mostly soy rations, but it's still more food than you usually see at Still more food than you usually see at all at one time. This year, though, there's something new. Great big terrines of glowing beans. Weird. You try to sneak some food before the speeches start, but the chief engineer instant catches you and smacks your hand away. Your mom gets really mad at her, and it causes a huge yelling match. Your dad directs you away from the table as Instance blames your mom for the way things are right now, whatever that means. Your dad passes you a soy sweet to keep your tummy busy during the speeches. He's the best. You say freaking beans? That's right, Lucy. We've got beans! Governor Udicott takes the stage and manages to calm everyone down. Welcome to our 4th Vertumnal celebration, she says, speaking through a maxophoner. Her voice has been getting weaker lately. Can't quite reach across the square the way it used to. I'm proud, as always, to stand before you as your governor, and to celebrate another year of peace and prosperity on this beautiful planet. Udicott steps aside, wobbling a little as she walks, leaving Seek to complete the annual formalities. Your mom steps forward. This year's feast includes a new glow-in-the-dark food. Pixie beans are our first domesticated Vertumnan crop. The crowd applauds, and your mom raises her hands. Credit goes to Geranium. He insisted we dedicate a third of our field to them. So you'll also have him to thank for the light show in your toilets tonight. A smattering of laughter ripples through the cloud. Your dad chuckles nervously. Your mom's smile fades. As you know, we lost our hydroponics and microbial soil during the wormhole accident, she says. These pixie beans will make up for the losses we've faced with our earth crops. Udicott's weedy voice rattles through the maxophoner. Thank you, everyone! Let's get on with the games! Ooh. Well, we've already kicked ass in the other two. Let's go ahead and head for that bot quadrathon. Comb directs your attention to this year's edition. A cloth-covered mountain as tall as 4 adults, studded with mysterious protrusions. He pulls back to reveal the Tower of Terror, he announces with a flourish. Test your courage with 3 stories of ladder climbs, followed by a death-defying leap of faith into the poof shroom mats. You, Nem, and Cal take in the majesty of the Tower of Terror. Both of them are hooting and pumping their fists, absolutely bonkers about jumping from 3 stories. You'll all still be doing the wrestling, agility, and accuracy portions of the course, but clearly this is the winner by popular vote. How about you? Are you ready? Let's start the quadrilathlon. That word. Well, we can go for an easy 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right. So we can go 5. So that goes to 7. Change a card suit to conversation. Change a card suit to mental. This is rough, because if I do something like this, that'll get me 17. Oh man, we need so many bloody points. Oh boy. If I do this, so that'll be 21. So that's actually even better. Oh, Durangar! I am afraid you are off into the void. Yep. And now I spin. All right. 25. We can do 25. I believe in us. Chat, I believe in us. Do you believe in me? Believe in me. Please. Let's go. Oh, man. We get 5 kudos. What about a super, though? Can we wiggle in a super? I put this over here. It does not become a 4 anymore. So we can get exactly. So things need to be left to right. So hold on. If I do this, I could do this. So that's a... So that... Or actually, wait, no. I messed up. So, like this gives us a straight for 3 points. I feel like the super goal is going to be like 30 or 31. If beans are a big food in this culture, then how about rice? These are actually beans from the Xenoplanet. So they're alien beans. So we'll have to see if there's also alien rice. Okay, so that's 29. What if I do this? Not worth it. Not at all. Even if I do this. Nope. So that's 26. Yeah, that's awful. So we can go exact and get the, we can take the kudo, we can go exact and get the kudos, or I can burn some items and see if we can squeak out a super goal. So if I move these over here to try and get a 4 card straight, we need to do this. And then we do that. And then I do that. Still? How is that not a super? I see. I mean, we have a lot of mushwood logs. We could just add more points to make the straight longer. I think we'll just take our win. Let me see if I can downgrade this to an exact. So at least we get the bonus kudos. Victorious. Do they put alien beans on toast? Depends if they have alien toast to put on their alien beans. You know, we haven't heard them talk about grain, so I don't know how much bread we get. Although we do have people who bake, so we obviously have some sort of gluten and yeast sort of stuff going on. I'm not a baker. I could probably be speaking completely incorrectly. You blow through the obstacle course, the basket shooting, and the bot wrestling with ease, and you arrive at the base of the Tower of Terror with a determined gleam in your eye. You scale it easily, of course. It's only ladders. Sure, it's really high ladders and a huge jump, but you just close your eyes and pretend you're jumping into a great big vat of pudding. Palm awards you first place in the quadrathlon. Congratulations. Are we like jumping on a robot? Finally, it's time for the feast. Nope. Nope! I can't believe you did that to me. Thank you, Newt. 6 months resubscription. Fantabulous. Enjoy the upgrade to your little icon for hitting the milestone. I'll do it again in a month. No! No! What is that emote? What is that little guy? That's adorable. Oops, I accidentally clicked again. Finally, it's time for the feast. The pixie beans are a hit. Your parents keep touting their many benefits. They grow well here, they're super nutritious, they taste great, and they're really versatile. And kids love their bright, multicolored glow. Your rumbling stomach has made you grouchy. Your parents won't let you eat until they finally stop bragging about their dumb beans. Oh, parents, how embarrassing. You consider the options. Pixie bean soup, pixie bean salad, pixie bean chili, even pixie bean aquafaba dessert. Everything glows in the evening twilight. I'm going with the chili. Oh man, it's been a while. I should make some chili. It's been a minute. You sullenly shove your pixie bean everything around on your plate. You don't even want to eat them anymore. Stupid beans, stupid feast, stupid games, stupid everyone. Ugh! Every time someone turns to talk to you, especially about how great these beans are and how great your parents are for growing them, you just get more irritated. They're just beans. Like they love these beans more than they love you. You're probably just hungry. Screw these stupid beans! Nah, we're gonna eat our beans. You want to rebel against these stupid beans, but the truth is, you're too hungry to resist. You count backwards from 10 to calm yourself down so you don't blow up at your mom. Why is she smiling all the time? Ugh! You settle on glowering at her over your plate of glowing beans. She notices, but just purses her lips and turns away from you to talk to someone else. Rude! The beans are better than children. You shovel your food into your mouth, trying not to look like you're enjoying it. Okay, it is as delicious as everyone said, and you start to feel more human the more you eat. Right, yeah, food. Food is great. Yeah, Solana just isn't them when they're hungry. They gotta eat their Snickers. Or in this case, their beans. Beans are better than children. You do feel better after you eat something. Everyone's in high spirits after dinner, breaking off into little groups to talk or make music together as the sky darkens for the shortest night of the year. You feel your mood improve by the minute as your friends pull you into a fun rhythmic clapping game. As your irritation fades, you wonder if this is what Congruence meant when she warned you that your hormones would make you feel out of control sometimes. When you go back to your quarters to get ready for bed, your dad gives you a big hug. Exactly what you needed. Alright, but we do need to do a lot more rebellious stuff. We need to rebel max while we can. Alright, I see Cal wants to chat. Let's give a stick to an M next time. Actually, you know what? Tang, do you want stick? All right, I guess she doesn't care too much about sticks. All right, fair enough. Hey, Dice, do you? Okay, I'll give you something later. All right. We're gonna save real quick.